Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Modern Engineers. Today we're going to be launching the oil rig. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize real quick. This episode is going to be a little bit weird. I had to cut a episode that was leading up to this one due to some issues that will be revealed later on with some subgrids and stuff like that. It's the first time it's happened in a while. Unfortunately, the episode that was cut is actually two of them. The first one was the episode about the machines that are being put on the deck of the drilling rig. And the other one is mostly the preparations for getting the rig installed, because I wanted to get the rig installed today. That's happening today. So what's going to happen instead is you're going to get a little montage of the preparations and Tara getting underway to do some of the hard work that just was basically just a patrol survey. My MES is finally working, so you get to see that reaction finally. And getting the rig installed. So to kind of save for time, I had to unfortunately do that. So I hope you guys still enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down engine 2. What's that? It worked! It worked! Yay! Yay! It's only been like 6 months and it worked! Woo! Finally! It took forever. Now we gotta line up and get this thing ready. Hi, post-production me. So, a lot of you in the last video about the unwraps seemed to really like it when I showed you my failures and how I learn from them and how you guys can avoid them. So some of you may be wondering why I didn't show the video of me actually assembling all the deck hardware and the equipment on it, and that reason is about to be very, very clear very soon. You see, the plan was always to install the rig on top of these pylons. However, the issue that you are seeing now is that the rig is just a tiny bit too deep. In fact, it's only less than half a block. This means that the rig is just going to collide with the stanchions and not actually connect. Now, the easiest solution to this problem is just to wait until high tide and allow the rig to basically just gain a little bit more height and then eventually drop on top of the stanchions. Yes, there is tide in Space Engineers. It's quite aggressive, actually. However, this does run into a different risk. What if it is high tide? This is as high as the rig's gonna get, and I'm still gonna be stuck in square one. So after taking a break, I had a brilliant idea. Simply attach a propeller that faces down to help push the rig in the up direction. It's not going to be permanent, it's only temporary just to get the rig back onto the stanchions and weld it into place. And this worked, it actually was able to lift up pretty easily. However, I then ran into this problem. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that indeed? So it turns out that the machines that I spent an entire 4 hours building and recording decided to rapidly unplanned disassemble themselves the second that the grid attached to the stanchions. Naturally, I did what any one of us would have done in this situation. Nah, brother, fuck that. Now, the core reason why this happened is 100% Clang, and it's been a while since I've seen Clang, so it's good to know it still exists. That said, the biggest reason why it happened was because the grid converted to station, and this caused the subgrids to collide with the station, sending them in every single which direction, and completely destroying anything in its path. So how do we solve this problem? Well, there's one of two ways. One, we can just accept defeat and continue to build up on the mistake, and by just repairing everything, going back home and getting supplies. Obviously, I didn't do that. Option two, quick save. Now, I don't like doing this, but I didn't want to restart 6 hours worth of progress. So I loaded a save right before the grid had attached and completely removed all the subgrids save for the transfer arm and the rig itself. This meant putting all the pipe strings in this transfer box that was conveniently put onto the deck for ready storage just in case, and pretty much starting from scratch. That said, eventually, after everything was removed and it was nice and clean, it did work. Yeah. Yes! 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 I am a fucking engineering god! Yes! Take that, Clang! Yeah, take that, Clang! And with that, back to old me. That only took a few hours. Oh, God. Okay, the plan is going to be to basically do what I did for the pure loading instead of the transfer station. Which means I'm going to have to rip up the deck a little bit here. So let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. And that. We'll add this here so that I can attach the pipes to that. I need more plates. Grab some more of those. And then the idea is going to be to grab the pipes. Come on. Use the right buttons there. There we go. And we're just going to lay them out here and disconnect them when it's time to lift them up. This bottom one is going to have to feed through the bottom here and connect to the connector. So the issue is the connector's too big to fit through the hole. So we're going to have to make the connector attach at the bottom once it's through the tires here. Because we'll have to connect to the rig at the bottom, or the wellhead, and that'll provide the power to actually run the system. And we're definitely in line from the looks of it. Let's see. I think we're in line. Should be. We built it on the rig. God, I hope we're in line. That'll really suck. We might actually have to get the submarine to fix that, which is why Search Roll's on station, just in case. We should be really close. Actually, that looks pretty legit, to be completely honest. Sorry about that, got distracted. Too busy looking at the sites. Alright, I'm gonna message Search Roll here and allow her to approach. Oh, hang on. Or something along those lines. There we go. I kept her at a safe distance because I didn't want her to get messed up when we did the rig connection. So we're going to tell her that she can now approach. We're going to get rid of these. Hang on. That would explain some things. Alright, let's get rid of these. And then just give her the simple set right here, I think. There it is, patrol box. From our survey. We'll give her one more. And that one. Just made that waypoint, and now she's going to start her approach and get close again. Now we can go back to fixing this pipe. We need some steel plates. Now we're only going to weld the top two here. We're going to give that one some structural stability. But the top two are going to be the actual string. The bottom one's going to get removed, and we're going to replace it with a connector once it's free of the tires. So that's the plan there. So we're going to go ahead and get these welded up. And I'm hoping, because it looks a lot deeper than I thought it was, that we have enough pipe to actually be able to reach the ocean floor here. Alright, now we're going to try and get this connected on the rig. First I'm going to put these away. At least that's the hope. Is Search Roll coming back? Yes. Let's see here real quick. Hang on. There's a lot of assets to manage and I don't want them to get messed up. Yep, looks like she's going. Back to the rig here. Let's go ahead and get the arm lowered. We're going to go ahead and turn that to positive. She's not moving. I wonder if I locked it. Come on. Not moving. Why not moving? Oh, there it is. Nope. That's not it. Still no movement. Why no move? Still no movement. Oh, it's the locks. Okay. Now let's try. Still no movement. Why you no move? Now let's try. Let's reset this. I heard it's a bug with space engineers. Still not moving. I'm hearing the rotor noise, but it's not. There it goes. Guess just didn't have enough torque. Why is it not moving? It's really slow. It did a lot better in this. Alright, let's reset this hinge and this piston here. Okay, now we're moving. Now we're cooking. That's exactly where it's supposed to go. Alright, now we need to reverse the arm into the lift position. I was supposed to put it all on the... Hang on, let's see. Search hole is still approaching. Alright, we can get rid of these waypoints here real quick. Declutter my screen a little bit. Because she's still going to be needed for submarine work here soon. Especially while this arm moves. I'll take a second, aren't you? Now, I was supposed to set this all up on timer blocks and movements. They were just very precise, and it's a little bit quicker if I just use the control menu. So if you guys go to use this rig in your own builds, feel free to timer block it. All the hardware's on board. I couldn't in conscious like be able to do it by hand so easily with buttons and timers. I'm not that well versed in timer blocks at all. Alright, we're going to speed that up a little bit. And I did put warning lights on this thing, but they didn't work. Like, you have to turn them on manually, and I didn't like that. Alright, we're in position. We need to lower this a little bit more. Now that this is the final position, let's reset this arm to the load position. This one. And the idea is to get all three locked. Almost. Got to lower this a little bit more. Go ahead. Down. Down. Out there. There we go. 1, 2. Looks like we only got the 1. Okay. There we go. 2. So can we get 3? Yes. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to cut this block. Now she's free. We're going to add the weld pads to the base and the top. Oh. That's a little bit of annoying. Let's lift her up a little tiny bit. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, note to self, don't do that. Turns out that when you have it extended past the limit, it just resets to 0. God, nothing broke. Alright, it's coming back down. Okay, search hole is approaching. She's getting a lot closer now. And there's a lot going on right now. I think that's close enough. Or, No, I still can't hear her whistle. So, she's not that close. Alright, reset this. Oh, I need parts. We need construction components. Okay. There we go. Made. And now we reset this arm to the load position. And reverse. And reverse. Now everything should be going backwards. What the hell? Come on. This hinge is gonna start pissing me off here, and I don't want to completely cut it off. There we go. God damn it. Whatever. No damage taken. I am struggling today. Okay, now it's moving. That's good. Maybe it's something wrong with the torque. We'll have to fix that. Getting closer. Let's reset the next string. This will be the first actual string, so get that ready. Alright. You're getting way too close now. I'm starting to get nervous. Let's see here. Oh, I guess you can hear it. Alright. Let's reset the string. This will be the first string, actually, in the line. Whereas that one up there will be the connecting string. We'll get this ready. Where are we at? Almost there. We're in the up position. Let me get the rest of these components here real quick. Now we need small tubes. And some motors. I forgot motors. Well, I didn't get them all, so there we go. There we go. Next string is ready. Now, I don't think we have enough time in this video for the whole process, but we will at least get the string started, so getting close. It's also coming close to nightfall, so it's going to make filming a little bit worse. Alright, now we're in the raised position. Let's reset this. This is the reason why I couldn't really do it, is because this one needed 3 positions in order to be ready, and it changes every time. Just a little bit there. We want this one lined up as best we can, but it's not necessarily a super big deal. We're going to reverse the rig locks. Those hinges on the side there. Close. And now we want to get the rig slightly lowered. And stop. Now we're going to go check our alignment here. Almost there. Almost. We got one, I want 2 rigs lined up, so we're going to do this manually here. Alright, there we go. Close. That's pretty close. Alright, we're gonna lock these while we're up here. Nope. Come on. I should put a button on there. Not that it'll matter, because once this thing's actually lowered, it's not gonna move ever again. Alright, set. And now we're gonna disconnect this one. And this one. That's a light. Still a light. There we go. Disconnect. Disconnect. We're all disconnected here. We're all friends here, right? Alright. we're going to want to move this backwards, away. Not moving. Why are you not moving? Ah, that classic Space Engineers bug, where if it connects, it's going to be locked, even though it's not locked. Alright. That's free and clear. We're going to try and get this lined up with the hole here for the drill platform. We're going to stop it right there. And now I kind of want this going down as straight as possible, but, you know, that's what the tires are for, to help keep it lined up. And I think that's pretty close. Might need a little bit more. Need more hydrogen. Okay, almost ready. Let's drop it. Ugh. Stop. Come on. Forward. Forward. Just a little bit more. Always got to be difficult. Very annoying manual process this is. Alright, stop. And now let's lower. Try to push it through the tires. There we go. Oh, it's a very snug fit. Keep going. Keep going. Through. Almost there. Stop. Alright, that's the end of the line. Let's, we need to engage the brake. And then we're going to head down there and check on the tires. Or at least see if we can put in the connector. Head downstairs here to the catwalks. And we're going to... Oh. Don't mind this. This is just left over from the crane. A little bit. Alright, cool. Let's see. Okay, we didn't push all the way through. But it's working. Unfortunately, I think I'm almost out of time, so we're going to have to wrap this up, and we'll pick this back up on the next episode, where we will continue drilling. So I'll see you guys all in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and catch you later.